Hong Kong, Gay Pang Yao. My name is Davon Williams, and I have the secret to success. A study of 234 performing artists found that those who experience intense childhood trauma report higher levels of anxiety and internalized shame, but are more fantasy-prone, a factor that may lead to creativity. 26% of children in the United States will witness or experience a traumatic event before the age of 4. 60% of the world will have a foundation rooted in some form of trauma during their developmental years. In 1992, I became part of that 60%. It's summer. I'm waking up to morning cartoons and the greatest breakfast a grandma can make. And sometimes, just cereal. But it didn't matter, because I was living my best 4-year-old life in the streets of inner East Baltimore. Well, Baltimore, for people from Baltimore. If you say Baltimore, we kind of know you're not from Baltimore. It's like how we say axed and you say asked. Oh, 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 woke up today, feeling the way I always do. Oh, 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 hungry for something that I can eat. Then I hear that beat, the rhythm uptown is calling me down. It's like a fancy from up above. Oh, 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 pulling me out to the smiles and the streets that I love. In all my time in the city, I've never seen that many white people. Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound is a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. When I wake up and take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me. Now, on really good days, I would get to see the most charismatic and popular person in the neighborhood, my mom. I would tell her about my day, and she would give me gifts and candy and McDonald's. Now, she would always ask me if I missed living with her, as opposed to with my grandparents. Until one day, she asked if I was ready to live with her again. Now, when we were together, we carried on like the best of friends, staying up late, cooking, and when she would randomly fall asleep, I would sneak into her room and turn off the TV. We were connected. Would I stay with her again? Yes. So without informing my grandparents, we hop on a Greyhound bus to Philadelphia and depart for our new lives. Now, the deal was, my mom needed 2 days to find a place. So we would stay with a friend, then move. We shared a bed in a room. There was a television with cable. Now, this is my first time being introduced to what felt like a million channels. I'm overloaded on McNuggets, and I stumble upon the Cartoon Express, a channel dedicated to showing the best of the best in American animation. That morning kicked off the week-long marathon of the Laugh Olympics. 45 different characters from different shows, all competing under the same banner. Scooby-Doo, Hong Kong Phooey, who was a bit of a problematic character, but that's not the point, because this was the first day of our new life. My God, my mom had delivered big time. She asked me to tell her what happens when she gets back, making this my first storytelling gig. Before she leaves, she asks me, "What do you want to eat?" McDonald's. Now again, the turnaround is tight. Even though they're showing every single episode all week long as a marathon, I only have until she gets back to recap and 2 days max to watch every single episode. So this is how it happens. The characters are split into 3 teams: the Yogi Yahoos, the Scooby Doobies, and the Really Rottens. The points are as follows: 25 points for first place, 15 points for second place, 10 points for third place. The first game takes place on the slopes of Tokyo, Japan. Time's out. At this moment, the lady we were staying with brings me a meal. I politely put it to the side because I'm saving room for the Big Mac. Time's in. The Really Rottens win. They have a series of upsets. The Yogis take second, the Scoobies take third. However, it's revealed to the surprise of no one that the Really Rottens have been cheating. So they're sent to third, giving the Yogis the win. The next game takes place in New Orleans. Who here has been to New Orleans? Yeah. I have not. Anyway, they start on Bourbon Street, go down Canal Street, hit some other hot spots that I had never been to, and then they end at the Bayou. Time's out. I wake up hungry, realizing that I had missed a good amount of the show. So I eat the food, but only until my mom gets back, just to hold me over. Time's in. The next game takes place in the lost city of Atlantis. I fall asleep again. The itis. I wake up, realizing that it's the second day. The sun peeks through the window. And this is good, because I need a redo. I'm really blowing this. Really blowing this. The lady brings me breakfast. Bacon. Now, I'm smelling this bacon, but I'm trying my best not to eat it because McDonald's has a hot cake special, 3 pancakes, 1 sausage, and 1 orange juice. I eat the bacon. I eat all the bacon, and then I fall asleep again. But then I realize that I only fell asleep during the episodes that I had already seen. So I catch everything. I catch the finale. Spoiler alert, it ends in a tie. But it didn't matter, because I was having the time of my life. And before I knew it, it was 3 a.m. Morning comes a third time. The meals are reduced to oatmeal and instant ramen. I begin to watch the episodes over again, looking for every detail that I could have missed. Like on day 3, when I noticed that the announcer really looked like the Pink Panther. Or day 4, when I noticed that a shark painted a painting underwater. What? Day 7, I wonder why the Really Rottens even cheated. They had the ability to win the entire time. My cousin who lived nearby finds me. She tells me she wants me to stay with her for the summer. I politely decline. This is where my mom left me. How would she find me? She tells me that she spoke to my grandma and starts using words like kidnapped. The same word used when the Really Rottens kidnapped the character so the other team couldn't complete their task. She goes on to use other words like pissed and scared. But she's refusing to listen. This is where my mom left me. She wants me to tell her about the Laugh Olympics. The lady is packing my mom's stuff while my cousin is talking to me. They want me to leave, but I don't want to, because this is where my mom left me. And if I leave, how is she supposed to find me? How are we going to continue with our new life? My cousin takes me out the house, packs me in a car with my mom's stuff, and we pull off. I unwillingly abandoned my mom. When the car pulls off, I feel the connection sever. I know my cousin is speaking, but I refuse to listen. I can't comprehend a single word. There is no symphony. Everything sounds foreign. No dong ne yak, ne pong yao. Pong yao, no dong ne yak, sai pong yao. K, quái, quốc hội trôi bát, hâm, hội, sao. Nên xì, cái khoa, hâm, yao. It's 1997, and I'm back in Baltimore. Elementary school graduation is around the corner, and against my wants and desires, I had been given a solo. I go home to tell my grandparents, only to find my mom sitting on the couch. She says, hello. I wave, but say nothing. Time's out. My mom had her own childhood traumas that followed her into her adult life. The pressures of the day-to-day caused her to succumb to drugs, causing her to lose connection with her family, with me, and with herself. But there she was before me, returning triumphant from a battle I will never comprehend. The adversity hypothesis states that a person must face adversity, trauma, and setbacks in order to grow, find fulfillment, develop as a human being, and find their inner strength. It's graduation day. And way in the back, I see her. I hold the microphone a little bit tighter, knowing not everyone returns. And in that moment, in front of everyone, we connect, because before me stood success. And I got to tell her a story